Now, Barbara, we've heard stories of you roller skating in here.
Yes,
is that true?
In the hall.
Oh, that's
the upper cells. The women's cells. Yeah. Is that where you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
Lord. Oh yeah, it was wonderful. This room was the storage room for the supplies that came from the state. The staples like sugar, flour, salt, canned goods, that kind of stuff. And I used to play store in here all the time. My mother would give me a list and I'd go in there. But anyway, that's what that room was. And this was John Lang's room, I think. And this was just in the woman we had was in that room. This is lovely, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Now, I understand these are your boots right here?
Yeah, well, they belong to the state of Rhode Island, I guess. These are mine. They were in the attic, along with everything else.
And John Lang was in this room?
I think that was John's
And how
room.
long was he here at the old Washington County
Just
Jail?
long enough to go to court.
And when he went to court, was it right across the road here, or was it,
No, it was down
at the courthouse, which is now the courthouse
And
center for the
he came from Westerly, and
I get the idea of the whitewashed walls here.
yeah, you see what I mean? Still there. This is the toy room.
No, you said there was a female prisoner in here. Do you
Yeah, I think-
recall anything about her?
No, I can't even remember what she did.
Was she here for a long time? Or
No, very, very brief time.
Was any prisoner here for an extended period of time?
Well, the regulars were here all winter. You
The
know.
vagrants you're talking
Yeah.
about, yeah.
Now, let's walk in this room and tell me if this is your pump organ that you're talking about.
It is. It is. This organ was purchased at an auction for $2 for Barbara Hackey by her father, Robert Bristow, sheriff and jailkeeper in 1935. No, that just says when he was here. During the regime of Governor Quinn or Vanderbilt, Barbara roller skated in this hall. We had three hound dogs, puppies that my father bought, and my mother had a fit. And they ate everything in the house, everybody's shoes, clothes, hats, everything. And my father would say, "You've got to give them time to grow up. They outgrow this, you know." And then they ate his felt hat, and that was it. He got rid of 2 of them. We kept 1. That was the dog that stayed after the other 2 got removed. His name was Tiger, and my father really liked him. Well, anyway, I did roller skate here, and it was a nice little place to roller skate. Nice long place. You had to be very careful at that end that you didn't pitch right down the stairs, but it was a fun to see. I didn't have anybody to play with when I first got here. So you had to find ways to amuse yourself. We're going now down to see the guys. You know, Dr. Metz used to think that this was the bathroom, but I don't think so. Here, this entrance to the basement. The plumbing's all up there.
It's over there. Yeah.
Let's see, a wheel. Yeah. It's very cleaned up. There were chairs, I think, out here where they sat. And I look at it now, and I don't know if those beds were like that.
Would they be 2 in a room? Do you ever remember like that?
I don't remember that particularly, but I would think there would have been a better mattress than that. Maybe not. I don't know. But the table, we used to play in front of this window. The shower, is it still there? Yeah. Yeah, we can see the head up there, the shower head.
So nobody stayed in this cell,
No,
it was just
no,
used as a shower.
no. I think those beds may have come out of the solitary confinement place when they closed that up. 'Cause I
So-
guess that's all storage now.
Barbara, when you talk about the general population, do you mean that while the hallway door was locked, these may have been open, and
no,
were the
no.
prisoners allowed to come out and sit,
No.
or no?
They could sit within this place, but that door was locked.
Right, this was locked, but these stayed open?
Oh, yeah.
Were they locked at night?
No.
Or, no?
No, they didn't, most of them didn't want to get away, so you didn't have to worry about that. They liked my mother's cooking. And the murderer knew he wasn't going anywhere. So, no, nobody tried to get away. We ran a good place here.
Good hospitality.
So each of these cells would have been occupied then
No.
all winter. And were there ever fights or disturbances among the men down
I
here?
don't remember any physical contact going on.
So you were never in fear or anything
Oh,
like
no.
that?
No.
Or your mother, that you
Oh,
remember?
no.
Yeah.
We came from sturdy stock. It doesn't look bad down here.
When you came down and served the meals, you would just enter this area?
No, we didn't
and-
enter. There's a slot here.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a slot right there. It's not very big. I don't know what kind of dishes they used, but that we would pass them through there. Now, before the murderer was here, we may have gone in and brought the meals. But when he was here, because he threw them through these bars. No, this was always locked. That door wasn't usually locked. And the cell block was always open.
So in your 4 years here then, do you have any sense of how many different prisoners came through?
A lot came through. Like the regulars, there were 3 or 4 regulars.
The winter residents?
The winter residents.
Yes.
The snowbirds. We would have maybe 3 of them, and then we would only have these people come one at a time. We had one woman who had defaulted on her car payments, and she wouldn't have been down here anyway. But these are the kinds of people that we would have, and they would just wait to go to court. Thefts, petty thefts, breaking and entering, that kind of stuff. We never had really more than 5 or 6 people here at a time.
On the other side, Barbara, was that the solitary confinement side?
Oh yeah, that was awful. All there was a hole in the floor for a John,
Yeah.
and I guess there was a bed in there. It was awful. My mother would never let anybody stay in there.
But it's set up just like this side, so
There
what
were
was the
cells.
difference?
Well-
What happened on the other side that was different than this side?
Well, I mean, I think it was dark in there. I don't know if there were any lights in there. We never had anybody in there except that murderer.
And he didn't stay long.
And he only stayed several hours.
Yeah.
And it just, I mean, I hesitate to say that this is bright and airy. It wasn't that way over there.
Well, we'd like to thank Barbara Hackey today. Thanks, Barbara, for showing us around your old home in the old Washington County Jail. How many people get to say that they lived in an old jail? And I'm sure everyone will appreciate hearing about what life was like here in the 1930s. And we'll hope you come back soon.
It's always nice to come back.